is a trap.
What's up, guys? ALP27HD here, and we are back with Interview with ALP. Apologies, it has been a while, but we've had the whole Team of the Year, hullabaloo, Christmas, and all that malarkey going on. But I am really pleased to be back, and I'm really pleased to announce our guest for today. It is LA5TY. How you doing, man?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. Thank you for having me on.
I'm really pleased
It's
to
a
have you.
pleasure.
I've been wanting to get you on the channel for a while, actually.
I've been
Last,
wanting to come on for a while, mate.
LA5TY brackets quickest growing YouTube channel around. Seriously, man, I'm really pleased to have you on. If
Yeah,
you
it's
don't
great
know
to be on.
LA5TY, by the way, there's description links. I'm doing the waving thing. I'm not on camera. I'm so used now to having face cam that I can
Face
actually
cam on the pack openings, yeah.
point and wave and all that sort of crap. Basically, LA5TY's link for subscribing and all that is above. I've put all his stuff in the channel below, so his Twitter and all that sort of stuff. So go and show him some love, and you will see why he is growing like a beast. Should we get cracking with some questions?
Go for it,
Got
mate.
some lovely
Yeah.
Twitter questions, by the way.
Okay, all
The
right
uh,
then.
the fans
I'm ready.
the fans have been nice easy one to start off with. What made you decide to start YouTube?
Oof. Well, basically, it was like a couple of years ago. It was 2010. I had a look a little while ago at my first video, and that was 2010, like summertime. I I think it was the start of maybe Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
I was a COD channel to begin with, and I got really up into like the hype of Modern Warfare 2, and I really started watching videos and stuff. And I thought this can't be that difficult to do. Maybe I can make some. So picked myself up a PVR, started doing all of that, and the subs didn't start really rolling in, but I enjoyed it. It sort of filled my need for editing and stuff, which I really like to do.
it's
So
good fun, isn't it? I like
yeah, I love
I,
it.
I like the editing almost as much as making the videos, kind of recording and the audio.
I love it. It's just it feels that creative part. I can't paint, I can't draw, or I can't make music or anything, but I can edit a video to put on YouTube. That's just something I like to do. So met a
S-
few friends as well.
Met a few friends along the way.
Yeah,
So you're
it's
good
always
at
good,
comp
isn't
then?
it? Um, not anymore.
I'm
I used
shocked
to
at it.
be all right. I suppose I was a tiny bit better than average because otherwise you can't really post your videos, can you? Because if you're going
This is me
negative,
getting shot.
it, yeah, which that's me nowadays because I took sort of like a bit of a break. I didn't play it 24/7 like I used to,
Yeah,
and obviously got completely and utterly into FIFA and Ultimate Team especially. Like I don't play it as much at all anymore. I pick it up every time a new game comes out, and I'm probably still die hard enough to buy all the DLC, but
yeah,
I
without
I
actually
don't.
playing it.
Yeah, we might play it once or twice, but yeah, I'm the sort of guy who will play COD if I've got a bunch of mates with me who really want to play it as well. So
Kind of dragged along for the ride.
and they'll completely carry me the whole way. Yeah, I'll sit on a flag, we'll capture the flag, and then I'll die, and I'll rage off, and they'll go on a 10 kill streak or whatever. But
I've
that's
gone into
just
games with people and just literally just gone in, turned FIFA off, set it all up, undone the PVR, got COD working, literally played 2 matches and gone, right, I'm going back to FIFA, take the disc out. Can't be doing with it.
yep. I know.
Who inspired you to start YouTube? Was there anyone that inspired you, or was it just purely off your own bat?
No, definitely someone that inspired me to start it. So, as I said, I used to watch them before I started all of this. And there was just one channel with this guy who was called Smoky Gun, or
Yeah,
Dan as I know him. And he just uploaded COD stuff. He's got like an American accent. He's half Australian and half from New Zealand and
cool.
lived in Japan. So that was kind of an interesting guy. He didn't have many subs at all, maybe 50, 100, 200, something like that. And I used to watch his videos and he used to live stream. And one day when I was just busy procrastinating from studying for my uni exams, up in one of his live streams where there was like 10 people in there,
Yeah.
and I was chatting away to him, and I was like, I'm actually getting a response from this guy, and I was quite enjoying it. So I just got talking to him, and yeah, just decided to buy a PVR. He helped me set all of that stuff up, and
So
he
you went
really
for it
helped me
from
along
day
the way.
one with the setup, because I
Yeah.
refused to do web apps and all that sort of stuff. Basically, I decided that if I'm going to do it, throw myself into it. So I spent 150 quid on a PVR, another
Oh
30
yeah,
quid on a
completely.
microphone, another 50 quid on editing software, and I wanted it to be professional from day one. Were you of a similar vein?
Yep. I mean, even in mid 2010, the HD PVR was still the way to go. Like Dazzles and whatever people used to have, they were just outdated. And
Yeah,
if you were going to go anywhere, you needed the best quality. And I always think that. So that's one thing. If people ever ask me, how do I start on YouTube? It's always make sure you've got the right quality. You need a
yeah.
good video. You need the good audio. It is completely and utterly essential. You
And the
know.
audio is as important. I've done a couple of videos on my tips for growing a channel. I'm not saying I'm big by any means, but I've learnt some lessons along the way.
Mhm.
And audio is as important as the video and the picture, because if you've
Yes.
got somebody that, oh yeah, this is and it's just you just switch
Speaking
off
through
straight
that
away.
laptop microphone,
Yeah,
yeah.
with the kids running around in the background and the parents
Yeah.
shouting them down for the tea, and then the mobile goes off and they say, "I'll just be back in a sec. I'm just going to answer this
Yeah.
text," and it's just think about would you listen to this? Would you take 10 minutes out of your day to watch this video? And if the answer is no, then redo the audio.
Oh yeah. See, I was pretty lucky when I first started because I bought my PVR and obviously got very much into COD, and I bought myself like a Turtle Beach headset,
Yeah,
and it had the best microphone I've ever used. It was just incredible. The PX21s, I don't know, I'm sure a few people will know them. But I sort of just bought them in order to try and sound whore or whatever they call
yeah,
it on COD. Um,
and
and the
it turned out
microphone
to
was
be
just
great.
great for commentaries. Yeah, it was just perfect. But that headset broke, and I decided to get a little bit more professional. So I've got a Blue Snowball nowadays, which is
I'm
just
jealous.
perfect.
I've always had this Turtle Beaches. I've been tempted to get one and
See, a
do
Blue Snowball is now like 30, 40 quid. So you've
worth
not got
worth
any
investing.
excuses anymore. Yeah,
Worth
yeah,
investing.
definitely.
What kind of stuff do you like to watch on YouTube? So, is it all FIFA? Is it a mix? Is it? Do you avoid? Are you like footballers? Do you not watch the football when you're not playing? That kind of thing.
It's a mix of probably three or four things. Like I will go ahead and watch all the FIFA YouTubers, every day. Especially the people that link me on Twitter, like my friend group, so you and all the other guys.
Yeah,
I'll make sure I watch them because I'm interested in the club that you've got currently. I'm interested in the club that anyone else has got. Um,
nice to get
because
tips as
it
well,
makes
isn't it?
me, yeah, it makes me think, well, do I need to be buying this player or whatever? So I'll go around and watch them every day.
Yeah,
I'll watch a bit of COD every now and again still. Watch people like Onslaught, Excaliburs, maybe Woody or something, I still watch
Woody's
them.
class.
Yeah, he's grown incredibly, and I don't know if he's grown particularly well. I used to really like him when he was a smaller channel, but
Yeah,
no, he still does class content and stuff. But watch FIFA, I watch COD, and one thing I'm really into is like daily vlogs.
yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of CTFXC
I think so. Yeah,
or PvP, BF versus GF. Um, it's just a couple of couples which live their daily lives out on YouTube, and one of them lives in Florida, and the other couple lives in like Philly or something.
yeah.
They're just really interesting to me. Like I love watching them.
It's nice
Uh,
seeing, yeah, what's going on. I quite watch. There's a Yoush director, well, one of the top guys in Yoush called Chaos Silencer, and he
yeah,
does vlogs, but he's in the States, and it's just fascinating to see. He sometimes goes walking around his street just down the road in the States,
it's
just
a
with the
different
video
life,
camera off, and I'm
isn't
just
it?
looking at it
Yeah.
going, I want to live there. That looks really cool, and your house is
I
bigger than
know.
mine, and it costs the same money, and all. And I'm just like, it is
Yeah.
fascinating seeing other people's lives played out on in front of you, especially when it's done well.
Yeah. So CTFXC and BF versus GF are definitely the two vlogs that I will watch 100% every single day. They're what I watch just probably before I go to bed. And
Just to see
yeah,
what's gone on during the day.
yeah, because they live in Florida and stuff, and it's like always sunny, and I go to bed completely jealous of their
Yeah,
life.
you're looking at it going, why can't I live there?
Why is it snowing and raining here and it's sunny there? I don't get it.
It's
Yeah,
jealousy's a horrible thing. I'm looking all the time. I was watching White Boy did a video the other day, the COD on that channel, of his new house.
yeah.
It was like my crib, and it was this massive
Oh, I saw.
fuck off house, and it just had the view in the background was just a lake out the back garden, and this big
Yeah,
veranda with a hot tub and all that. And he just said this was paid purely out of YouTube money, and he thanked everyone and said he was on food stamps before he started YouTube.
he
And I was just
was.
looking
He's
at
a
it
very
thinking,
much rags to riches story,
and you're
isn't
looking
he,
at it
White
thinking,
Boy?
yeah, that it doesn't happen to many, but good on you, and that sort of thing. Just seeing somebody else's life and thinking, I find that fascinating as well, mate.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite series on YouTube? Is there a series that you hunt out, look out for, wouldn't miss an episode, would go back if you missed it, that kind of thing?
Um, in the FIFA community, there's a couple. I mean, the one that I would definitely look for is the ALP Awards, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on here with you, but the ALP Awards is a great idea. You know, I wish I'd have thought of something like that at the time.
I don't have
Um,
many original ideas, mate. It doesn't happen often.
there's some which you carry on and some which you might just scrap. But yeah, no, ALP Awards is a great idea.
I could do it weekly, I would.
Loads of people want to see your best profit, your biggest loss, your favorite player. And that's a fantastic idea. Also, Gorskino, he's just started a new series, which is something about OP players, and he's doing some trading to begin with, and building like teams with as many OP players as he can. And I find that
Nice.
really interesting to watch. I'm not one for watching too many trading videos, but that I just find Gorskino is just he seems a really chill guy, and
I like to check out
videos
his
are
video
great.
today.
Yeah,
Decent
they're great.
channel, mate.
So they're sort of ones that I would definitely pick out.
Here's
Yeah.
a good one for you. Channel targets and goals. Do
Ooh.
you set yourself targets? Do you look at it and think, I want to hit this much by in 6 months or 12 months, or when FIFA 14 comes out, I want to have this many subs, or do you just take each day as it comes?
Well, before like maybe the end of FIFA 12 is where I started to gain a fair amount. So before that, I just uploaded because I like doing it.
Yeah,
So I never really expected anything to come from it. But then when I started growing at a pretty ridiculous rate, I started thinking, okay, well maybe I can hit this by then. And I really did. I thought I wanted to hit 10,000 by Christmas.
yeah.
Um, and it turned out I hit 15,000 exactly on Christmas Day, which was a pretty big boost for me. I liked that very much, and now I do look at my social blade an awful lot, I must admit.
I know the
And
feeling.
yeah, I like to see the projected outcomes of that, and I try and beat them. So,
To give the listeners an idea, on the third of January, you were sat on 18,200 subs,
hmm
and today you've hit 27,045. So you've pretty much gone up 9,000 subs in 30 days.
yeah, it's pretty
When I
crazy.
try and explain to you guys that he's growing quickly, I'm not actually just taking the piss. He's gone up from 1.7 million views to 2.6 million views. So that's 900,000 views in 30 days. We're talking serious gains. So just to give the people watching an idea of, or listening an idea of the kind of gains we're talking about. We're talking 300 subs a day on average, and we're talking 31 to 32,000 views a day. That's
Yeah, so it
big,
is
mate.
something
That's
like that.
taking off.
Yeah,
But then again, as you say, you've been doing it since 2010. It's not like you've been doing it
it had to
6 months
happen
and
at
it's
some
just
point,
gone
didn't it?
fuck off. And
That's one thing I wouldn't mind talking about is like people tend to like ask me all the time about how do I start all of this? How do I
yeah,
get big? And I look at their channel and maybe they've uploaded like one video. They started their channel a week ago. And they're asking me how to get a partnership and all of this sort of stuff. And it's sort of the wrong way to look at it. You've really, really just got to keep going and hope that you just latch on. That's all I can say. I uploaded one video maybe mid 2012, yeah, mid
yeah,
sort of FIFA 12, which was when EA released a specific tournament where you won an inform Honda. Can you remember
I
that?
remember that one. Yeah,
Basically, I played the offline tournament,
yeah,
which was on ultimate difficulty, the first time they ever released that ultimate difficulty. Um, and everyone was saying, "Oh, I got kicked out in the first round or whatever," and I managed to beat the whole thing
yeah.
and win this inform Honda. So I recorded the whole thing, did
As you do.
highlights of me winning, and put a video together and put it out the day after this thing came out.
Yeah,
And it got like 1,000 views in a day. And for me at the time, when I had 1,000 subs, which were very inactive and all sorts of stuff, I thought, Jesus, what the hell's happened here?
something's
And
going on.
then, yeah, the subs started rolling in. I then decided to try and become a bit more active on Twitter, link all of my YouTube to Twitter.
Yeah,
That's an important thing, by the way.
network.
Getting people to like your videos, networking and stuff on Twitter is really, really important. And yeah, it just sort of grew from there. So you've really got to just keep on with it. You can't expect to do what you did, Al, and just go up a
Oh,
thousand subs in
just
a month,
I
in your
just
first month.
I just thought, sod it, I'll break the
You got
trend.
lucky there, mate. Yeah.
That was 2 years worth of making friends on the forum, that mate. That 2 years took its
I
toll.
suppose that was its hard work and effort
The
put
amount of
in.
trolls on that forum, seriously, I went through the mill to get I went through the mill to get those first 1,000 subs.
See, I've
That's
never been on the forums. That's never been sort of my
avoid.
area.
Avoid now,
Oh,
mate.
really? Okay, I will do.
It's not worth it. Let's move on to FIFA and footy.
Okay.
Who do you support in real life?
For my sins, I support Ipswich Town.
You're a
Yeah, I'm
brave
born and
man.
bred. Yeah, born and bred in Ipswich. So it's unfortunate we're not doing too great nowadays. But we had a heyday where we finished fifth in the Premier League a few years back.
Just one day. Just a heyday.
Yeah,
All the
the
Ipswich
hate
fans have
season
just
we'll
gone,
call
you
it.
can fuck off, Alp, unsub.
Hey, we got into Europe one year. We played Inter Milan. So yeah, that was
I'm saying
those are
nothing.
the days.
I'll get in trouble. Who's your favourite player in real life?
Ooh, difficult. Can it be past, present, whatever?
Yeah, why not?
Um,
Anything you want.
okay, so I always like really absolutely loved Zinedine Zidane. He's just such an amazing player.
Yeah.
And Fat Ronaldo, or I like to call him the real Ronaldo,
Yeah, I got in so much
Brazilian
trouble
one.
during the Ballon d'Or. I tweeted out, "Wow, look, Fat Ronaldo's shaved off that funny bit on the front of his head," and everyone was like, "You're a twat, Alp. He's not Fat Ronaldo. He's the real Ronaldo." I was like, all right, calm down."
He's lost a lot of weight recently. I don't know if you've noticed, but he must have done something.
In his day, mate, he was something else.
They showed a stat. Someone put a stat up on Twitter the other day, which was something like Zidane, midfielder, assists this many, goals this many, and then Ronaldo just beat both of them. He played, 600 games, scored 500 and something goals, and got more assists than Zidane.
Yeah,
It was just something
and he
different.
could do it for his country.
Yeah,
Messi needs to prove himself still
oh,
at
completely.
Argentina for Argentina.
Mm, I agree.
Because a lot of people say, don't I think a lot of people say, oh, he'll get destroyed in the Premier League. I don't think so. I think he would hold his own quite nicely, especially in the likes
Yeah,
of United or something like that. I think the
put him in
big
a team
test
like
is,
City or United, he'll be
playing,
fine.
the Argentina and that sort of thing. Because whichever club he plays in, he's going to have brilliant players around him.
Yeah.
Whether it was United with Hernandez and Rooney, or whether he played in, Arsenal and had the Walcott. Um,
It's not like he's going to sign for Stoke or something. It's so sorry, Flutie. Sorry, Flutie,
sorry, Flood.
man.
No, they
He
wouldn't
wouldn't
swap
fit in
Crouch
in
for him,
Stoke,
would they?
would he?
That's
Yeah,
for sure.
Stoke's full of tall players, and Messi's like 5'6" or something, isn't
Yeah, the long ball wouldn't work for that flick. It'd be a bit pointless, mate.
he? It would.
He's gonna hate us. Who's your favourite player in FIFA?
It's it's got to be Ronaldo, hasn't it? Really, he's
Yeah,
just
I
the
know.
best.
He's
Saying that,
something else.
Messi's really good as well this year.
They
It's
fixed
the
him the
first
team
FIFA
of the
he's.
year.
I think they fixed him in the regular card. I can't tell a difference.
I
I think
fixed
he's
the
just
regular club.
amazing.
I must have had a broken one.
Oh, really?
People think I had the only perfect Neto Brazilian goalkeeper. Everyone else got Neto and hated him. Mine would
Yeah.
pull off these saves that.
No, I like Neto as well this year, but people have said differently.
Yeah, mine seems to. I seem to get the one that's had the steroids, and I seem to get the Lance Armstrong of the Neto world. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. But no, Ronaldo's yeah, he's the best in this game. He's tall and strong. He's got the skills and the shooting and everything you need on FIFA,
I'm perfect
especially on Ultimate
rates.
Team. Yeah, perfect work rates too.
I found that with the difference between Inform Podolski and Inform David Silva.
Oh right, yeah.
Podolski's got low and medium,
Mm,
Silva's got low and high, and to have Silva pushing up the pitch the whole time
yeah,
was such a difference from Podolski, who would occasionally meander around midfield and then decide to move.
yeah. You really did like Silver, actually, didn't you?
I was very impressed with him, even though he had his two-star weak foot, whereas I couldn't seem to get Podolski to do much. Um, but that might be giving stuff away. I imagine the review will be out before this comes out, so we're on
Yeah,
safe territory. Do you have a favourite team? I'm acutely aware that you've made a lot of squads in your day. Is there a particular team or set of players that you put above
uh,
all others?
at the moment, I'm absolutely loving Silver teams.
Man after my own heart.
Yeah, I'm not particularly brilliant at Ultimate Team at all. Like, I'll go into the Gold Cup and I might lose 10 in a row or something. But there's something about the silvers in this game. Like, Brasilvers, I know they're overdone, but if you mix a bit of Brasilvers with maybe, Belgian Pro League or something and get, really get the sweat going. They're
Yeah, get
just,
Donk in the back and all that.
oh yeah, Donkin
Lock it down.
Koyate or whatever he's called.
I can never pronounce
Just
that guy's name, but he's a tank.
yeah, they're just beastly. So
And if you can link them up, the Silvers seem to be good at linking. You can seem to be able to mold them and twist them into, especially
oh
throwing in a couple. All you need is one player. It might be a shit player, but if he's got the perfect club,
yeah,
you
if
get a
I've
Brazilian.
made a team recently which is it's got some Brazilians in it. It's got Koyate at the back, and it's also got the orange silver inform
Yeah,
that came out, the man of the match guy. Yeah, I've got him in there as well, and it's just perfect. Such a great team. Inform Lukaku and all sorts.
I was
But
Silvers from last year, big time. I didn't play gold at all. My channel started based on Silvers.
the YouTube videos, golds are the way to go, though, really, aren't they? People love the expensive teams, the expensive gold teams.
Yeah,
It's
there's a connoisseurs. I'm releasing a Brasilva video. I might have already done it in the next week, and I think Brasilva's BPL silvers go down well, but I think people aren't that
mm,
fussed about the likes of Serie A silvers, Pro League silvers, which is a shame because if they actually spent 5 minutes playing with them,
yeah,
I still rate Mayuka as one of the top players in the game.
he's he might be the best silver in the game.
He's a
To be
beast.
honest, he's just got the pace to be able to shoot on both feet as well. Is just yeah.
And the 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, perfect work rates, low and high, same as Ronaldo, and
Oh yeah.
he's a lethal mix. He really is.
I actually have a question for you on that. What
Enlighten.
do you think is more important? 5-star skills and a 4-star weak fit, or 4-star skills and a 5-star weak fit?
I would take the weak foot over the 5-star skills.
Yeah, a man after
Um,
my own heart.
don't get me
That's
wrong. I've just got 93 Ronaldo, and I've been trying out the fake Rabonas and all that sort of stuff. And I love because he's got the dribbling and the high everything. It's a pleasure to basically ruin people with his skills. But he's got a 4-star weak foot, 5-star skills, and I would switch him up given the opportunity. Although
yeah,
in real life he's a skillful fucker, so you'd have to leave the skills in, unfortunately. But yeah, I would go with the 5-star weak foot where
yeah,
possible
definitely.
because it's
So
it,
someone like
it's
Falcao up front who can shoot on both feet and is just deadly.
oh it's so there's so little difference between both feet. It just opens the game up. I think it might have been Nepo. Somebody made a team recently with 5-star weak foot for pretty much the whole team, and it opened the whole game up because pretty much everyone could score from anywhere. So yeah, I really think that the 5-star weak foot would be preferable over the 5-star skills, given the option. To be honest with you, I think
Yeah.
I think that is the way I would go with it. Which fixtures do
But then
you?
someone like Tarapt. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, Tarat both. He's got 5-star, and he's one of the only players to have both.
Yeah, and he's just godly. The fact that you can do all the skills and shoot either side is just perfect.
Yeah, and I made the mistake when I made my 50k BPL side of putting who did I put an Oscar as Cam, and it was only afterwards I
Oh,
went no, head in hands. It
Tarapt got
was
fit in.
it was that moment where
Oh.
your FIFA player scores an own goal and he puts his head in his hands and just sinks to his knees. It was a bit like that in real
Yeah.
life. Who do you
Oh
enjoy
yes.
watching in real life? Say there was a fixture on telly and it wasn't your team, it was another fixture. Is there a specific fixture that you look forward to the most in the calendar year? Is it the Ronaldo versus Messi of the Clasico, or is it the Merseyside derby, the Manchester derby? Is there any fixtures that you look
Mm,
forward to throughout the season?
El Clasico normally completely and utterly bores me. Nothing seems to ever really happen. So that's definitely out. I love watching the North London derby, Arsenal Tottenham. That's always a crazy game.
Yeah,
Manchester derby is always great, and so is the Merseyside. And then when they're in the same league, Ipswich versus Norwich.
yeah,
I'll always love to go and watch one of them. But yeah,
good
yeah, I
banter
tend to,
throughout.
yeah, a good derby is really it gets heated up, doesn't it? And that's exactly what
That's it, but they
I
tend
want
to
to see.
be. Well, it depends. The Merseyside derby they always call the friendly derby, and you do see Everton and Liverpool fans all mixed up, but it's still a passionate affair. Trust me.
Oh, someone normally gets sent off, don't they? So
Oh, there's always red cards being brandished.
yeah,
Did you see
so
Ferguson today? By the way, he's denied. saying the referee was biased, even though he
Ah,
said the referee was biased.
yeah, there's something wrong with Fergie, isn't
He's
there?
just like, he's just like, no, I never said it. It's like,
He doesn't get his own way. He just denies all
we've got you on
constantly.
tape. And he's also going for a paper interview where he just basically sends a paper hearing where he just sends his piece of paper off saying this is why I disagree with what you're saying. Just a genius. I like the fella. I think Moyes will succeed him, to be honest.
I hope Moyes will succeed him. Actually, he's done wonders for Everton in the last few years, really, hasn't he?
Given the shoestring budget, yeah,
Yeah. To have someone like Fellaini in your squad is
it's a big
just
plus with his Velcro chest.
he's a beast though.
He's
He's done so well this year.
he's got to be up there as one of the to be in like the team of the year for the BPL.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
imagine.
he'll be in there, no doubt.
You'd hope so,
No,
wouldn't you?
yeah,
Should we have some personal questions?
yeah, go for it, mate.
It's not your bra size, don't worry. Um, what hobbies or interests do you have outside of YouTube? Give us an idea of the person you are, or are you a bit like me and just do
Who is lasting? Okay, well I I'm always inside editing videos, so no.
locked
Uh,
up in your room?
I have sort of, the 9 to 5 job like you do. So
Ah,
that pretty much gets in the way of all of this YouTube stuff and the social life. But outside of work, you can normally find me either playing FIFA and editing for videos or at the cinema. I'm always at the cinema. I've got unlimited card for that, so I'm always
I'm
down
a
there.
I'm a massive cinema fan.
Yeah.
I am one of those. I would quite happily spend 3 nights a week in the cinema and just absorb the
Hmm.
the surroundings and the atmosphere, and I just get a thrill. Most people are like cinema shit, just go and watch a film. I'm like, no, you sit down in the seats and the music comes down and it starts, and
Yeah. It's a big
one of my
event,
big
really, isn't it?
passions, yeah, especially when it's something you've really been looking forward to. I remember seeing The Matrix when it first came out with the wife. We'd only just been going out, and we watched The
Yeah.
Matrix on the Saturday night, and just left the cinema. And as we were walking out, just booked tickets for the Sunday night. It was just like for the same film. It was just like
Oh, really?
need to know what's gone on there because my head couldn't wrap my head around it at the time.
Need
If
to
you
see
imagine, it
this
was
again.
so far ahead of its time,
Yeah.
and it was it's just a wonderful hobby to have.
Yeah,
Just
so I'm always down there. Yeah, I'm always at the cinema, or I'll be at the pub or a bar or something with some of my friends. Um, you know, just have a few drinks, have a catch up with your mates and stuff. So
is there a
yeah,
Mrs. Lasty at the moment?
there isn't. No, not at the moment.
See, it's free ladies for the 1% of my demographic that's female.
Oh, I think my demographic's like 3%. Come at me, bro.
Damn, I was gonna say pulling in ladies like a boss.
Oh yeah, day
It's
every
not
day.
the kind of yeah I make YouTube videos.
Oh,
If you were to
hello.
say to them I make YouTube videos and get $1,000 a month, they might change their tune.
Yeah, I might be able to buy them shoes that you wanted, but
Shoes and bags, mate. All about the shoes and bags. Trust me. My wife got a bag that has its own bag.
oh my God.
Looking at it, going, why does it need its own bag? It's a dust bag. You're only going to use it once. What the fuck matters if it gets dusty?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
It's a bit ridiculous, isn't
Do you
it?
play any other games? I know we've touched on COD and FIFA. Do you play anything else, or are you a bit like me at the moment and just play those two?
I buy other games, but play them? I don't know. I try to play them, but let me have a look at my little games rack. I've got things like obviously the CODs and FIFAs. I've got like Need for Speed, Far Cry, and they're all great games.
Well,
But
I got Far Cry 3 and Need for Speed Most Wanted for Christmas, and I've played them for
yeah,
about an hour each, and that's
I
it.
know. I love Need for Speed. That game is beautiful.
Hmm.
The sounds like I got in a Nissan GTR, which is one of my favorite cars. I've raced it a couple of times, so we sort of upgraded a couple of things. Then I drove through a tunnel, and it was just like, yeah, it's
It is something
it's
special.
something only a man can respect, I think.
Eyes
Uh,
closed, Joe.
yeah.
Tunnel windows down. I had
Oh,
that in my Subaru when I had it. I took it through the
mm,
Mersey Tunnel with the windows down and just
yeah.
that had its own
Enjoyed that
exhaust.
sound.
Oh yeah, I went back and forward about 3 times. I made a fucking fortune off me on that tunnel that day.
Yeah.
Favorite film of all time, considering we've touched on cinema.
That's a difficult one out. I could give you a list.
Give me your top three.
Top three. See, I like everything. So I don't know. The Hangover films are really good. I like them. I think they're really funny.
Comedy man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's not always. The Shawshank Redemption. I think that might be my
Classic.
favorite. That's got to be my number one. That's just such a good film. I could watch that every day. It's just a really good film. Um, Things like Snatch, Lock, Stock, they're
Yeah.
good as well. The Prestige. You know
Very
that?
good film.
Yeah, that's good.
Cracking ending.
All the James Bond films are great as well. You know, especially the one that came out recently. I really like that.
Skyfall was very good.
Mm, that was good. I like how they sort of brought it back to all the old times a little bit more. You know, sort of took away all the technology a little bit, and
That's it. He gives him his gun, doesn't he? And he goes, no exploding pen. He goes, what do you expect? Exploding pens. It's like,
yeah, that's
yeah,
brilliant.
dialed down Bond.
Yes,
Now I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I saw it on cinema on IMAX and was like, yeah,
yeah, that was the first and only film I've seen in IMAX, and it was just wow. Yeah,
it's
great,
worth
great.
it. It's worth it for certain films, especially IMAX 3D. They give you these glasses that makes you look like the guy from Prometheus, with the thing wrapped around your face. You look like you've
Yeah,
got you're some sort of test subject for Oakley. Um, these fucking wraparounds on your face, but
yeah.
I spend too much money on IMAX.
Oh, I tell you what else is good. Iron Man. They're a great set of films. I like Iron Man.
And the obviously the assembled Avengers Assemble that came.
Yeah, that was good too. Yeah, I
It's
really like that.
such a funny film. It's a lot of humor in there. I wasn't expecting as much
Oh,
humor
the little lines that the Hulk and stuff give this.
the
Yeah, it's great.
banter and all that sort of stuff between.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Thor and Iron Man. They get
Oh, they have it out, don't they? Yeah, that's great.
favorite TV show.
Whew, at the moment, Breaking Bad. Have you seen that?
I've seen some of it. I also saw the amusing Family Guy clip. Did you see that?
I haven't seen that. No. Should I see this?
Basically,
I
Peter
need to
Griffin sat
YouTube
there
this.
and he's watching Breaking Bad, and he goes, Breaking Bad," and then he gets hypnotized and says, "You will tell all your friends about Breaking Bad. You will tell your colleagues about Breaking Bad. It has not been a program this good since The Wire." And he goes around going, "Do you know what's good? Breaking Bad. I've not seen a
Do you know
program that
what?
good since The Wire."
I tell everyone about Breaking Bad.
There you go. I love
I-
Seth MacFarlane. He just has it so perfectly pitched.
yeah, he was good in Ted as well. That was a good, funny film.
But yeah, I've heard good things. It's one of those programs I've been wanting to download. I think I tried to download it, and it didn't work for some reason. But
All right.
it's one of them I've got on my radar to.
Yeah.
I quite like things where me and the missus got into CSI, but into series three. So
Okay.
we literally had the first three series to watch, and we pretty
Yeah.
much watched it in about 2 weekends. It was great.
Yeah,
I hate
that's the
having to
best
wait.
thing. It's when you completely miss out, you know, everyone talks about it for like a year. You completely miss out on it and then you buy the box set for like 4 seasons and then you get to just no life it
Did that with
and watch
24.
every single one.
We the
Did you?
first
I've
three
never watched
series.
24 actually.
It's very worth
That's
watching. It's even now it holds up. The problem is the episodes had adverts in the States, so it's
oh
supposed to
okay.
be an hour is each episode. Because of the adverts, it actually works out at 40 minutes an episode.
Yeah, that's pretty much how they all work, isn't it?
Totally.
Hour is like 40 minutes or a half an hour is 20 minutes. It's just how it goes. But you
Music.
can wrap. Sorry, go ahead,
Sorry,
carry on.
I'm cut you off straight away there. I do apologize. What were you saying?
I can't even remember.
I've just totally destroyed Lasty's train of thought. I do apologize, mate.
Let's move on.
Music, favorite album or artist?
Music is just a really broad spectrum for me. I will literally listen to anything that sounds good, that has a good beat or something. I like Jay-Z
Yeah,
and all that sort of stuff. Massive, massive One Direction and Justin Bieber fan.
yeah.
Is that
Giving them the
is that?
D.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Yeah, I do like Jay-Z. I like old school hip hop, like Tupac and
Yeah.
Biggie Smalls and stuff. I think that's quite good. But then again, completely the opposite side. I don't know if you've heard of Boyce Avenue.
No, but I
Uh,
will.
they just do like covers, like acoustic covers and stuff of, the most popular songs. They're a YouTube bunch of people, and they've got like 1 million subs or something.
It's tough
Um,
life, innit?
oh, I know they must make pennies compared
Pennies.
to us, mate. Yeah.
Lots of pennies. Look
Yeah,
after the pennies, mate.
a shit ton of pennies.
I
But
imagine this will be Nissan GTR test driver, but what's your dream job?
I I don't know. A test driver does sound like a good job actually, but I wouldn't say Nissan GTR is the dream car. It's something that
If
I'm
Pagani rang you up and said, "You fancy coming and testing this?"
yeah, I'd do that for
Like,
sure.
yo,
Ferrari or something like.
for the
I,
lols.
yeah,
Is
I
there
think
anything else that
it's.
jumps out at you, or is it cars and
I'd love something in the whole media, entertainment, like editing and all that sort of stuff
yeah,
industry. I should have done that sort of thing at uni, to be honest.
lessons
Instead, I
learned? And
did.
I'm the same.
Yeah, I did business management, so it was a pretty broad degree. But I wish I would have done something like that because I kind of want to do something that I really enjoy rather than something that just pays the bills, which I'm hoping maybe this YouTube thing could turn into something like that. But
The way things are looking, mate, it's got potential. Put it that way.
yeah, I mean, something which could cover the expense of doing it would just be absolutely amazing to me
That's
because
the issue because you're not partnered at the moment, are you?
I'm not, no.
Or do you? Yeah, Machinima, if you're watching.
I'm available, guys.
Points at last, he quietly.
Send me a private message.
See, they'll be seriously, mate. You are hot property when it comes to that. Bite your hand off. Make sure you don't take the first offer.
I'll play hardball, shall I? Okay.
Got to, mate. I just signed the fucking thing. I only had 1.2k subs at the time.
You were
I was
like,
like,
what? Partnership? Yeah, sign me
just give
up.
me the forms, quick. Yeah. Quick fire questions.
Ooh, okay,
Nothing too
I'm ready.
exciting, don't worry. Well, this first one's interesting. Tits or ass?
Ask.
Do you know why would that be? I'm saying nothing. I won't drag you into it after our conversation we had on Twitter earlier. Who would win in a fight? KSI or Nepenthez?
KSI. Yeah,
What?
just KSI.
Because he'd go hyper.
Yeah, he'd get hyper and just absolutely annihilate Nepo, I
Went
reckon.
Bates and beat him last night. He put Get Hyper on when he was 5-0 up.
Oh, did
Seriously.
he?
And everyone on KSI stream went Bason's just gone hyper. And he was like,
Yeah.
fuck off if he's going hyper. It's like, yeah. Modern Warfare or Black Ops?
Black Ops.
Beer, spirits, or wine?
Spirits.
Spirits.
I don't like beer. I like cider. And I really don't like beer for some reason. I don't like the taste at
I like
all.
some beers.
Um,
I'm a single malt man. I've reached that
I
stage in my life where I'm quite happy with a Glenfiddich number 18. Just it's quietly
whiskey.
quietly
Yeah.
waiting to find my stick so I can go walking to the bar to get another one.
Yeah.
Fuckers, I'm not that old. Um, PS3 or 360?
360
Git.
nowadays.
Nowadays.
I was a PS3 guy through and through till I bought myself an Xbox.
I think I'll be
It's
shifting with the 720 or whatever they're going to call it next. I think that's my changing console.
it's
Because
just
there's so many YouTubers around Xbox.
yeah. I'll finally be able to give you a game.
That'd be good. On our Xbox 720s. Paid for with
Mm,
YouTube money.
yeah. Let's hope. Hey.
Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
James Bond or Jason Bourne?
James Bond.
James Bond. Kicking Jason's
All,
ass. You won't
all
remember
day, every
shit
day.
by the time I'm finished, and they'll be like, "What? Just like the first film?" Fuck
I've
off.
never seen the Bourne films, man.
Just
They don't
forget shit.
interest me at all.
Just generally forget shit. You mentioned Ted earlier. Mila Kunis or Kelly Brook?
Mila Kunis. All day, every day.
She's so fine. The wife's
Yeah,
not listening.
definitely.
Yeah, she is. Rooney or Van Persie?
RVP.
Yeah,
I think he's better.
I think he's
And
certainly better than the moment, isn't he?
as an Englishman, I should probably say Rooney, but I think Van Persie's just got that edge over him, to be honest. Rooney hasn't done an awful lot this year.
He needs to find his
Um,
feet, doesn't he?
yeah, he needs to because I think there's an awful lot of pressure on him. Like whenever England play, there's a hell of a lot of pressure. The
Expectation.
whole country is expecting him to do the job, and he just doesn't cut it sometimes. So yeah,
I know the answer to this, but DVD or cinema?
cinema. Yeah, all day.
I'm
It's just a much better experience.
It just, yeah. Although the sound did scare the shit out of my 5-year-old, 4-year-old when we first took her to the cinema. We took her this evening to see. What did she say? She saw something like, oh, Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked. Yeah, that's the kind of life I live, guys. Rock
Ah,
and fucking roll.
cool. You saw
Uh,
a horror.
pretty much. Felt like it, mate. I tell you. And she sat there, and then you know that thing where it goes boom, and the
Yeah.
TXX sound comes on, and she shat herself. And I had to walk with her until the actual film started.
See,
So
the only time I've been in the IMAX, basically the way it works at my cinema is you actually allocate your seats,
yeah,
and it was the first time I've seen it. The whole thing was pretty much sold out, so all there was kind of like the top corners available.
yeah.
And IMAX has some massive speakers in the top corner, and my like chest was rumbling the whole time. But it was actually a really good experience. It
Especially
was
when you see
like
something like The Expendables 2 or something like that.
it was James Bond, and there's gunshots and motorbikes and all sorts, and I'm like, It's
Shaking
driving me
like a
crazy.
dog by the end of it.
Yeah.
Last question on the quickfire.
Hmm.
Super skinny or super curvy?
Super skinny.
Super skinny.
That might be the first time that anyone said that on your
So?
interviews. I have this. Does Mila Kunis count as super skinny?
I don't know, she's got tits.
Has she though?
I don't know, I'll have to examine it further later.
It's that type is what I'm talking about. I don't mean, you can see the rib cage, but
So you'd rather have that than Kelly Brook, as we established earlier?
I'd rather have Mila Kunis's type, yeah,
I
than
prefer the
Kelly.
description I sent to you earlier.
Yeah, that was
It was
good
a
actually.
blend of Pippa Middleton,
Wait,
Jessica
wait, let
Simpson,
me
and
find it.
Jessica.
I'm gonna find exactly what you said.
Oh shit, I shouldn't put things in writing. It's always taught as a child, don't
Oh,
put things in writing.
can't find. There we go. Pippa Middleton's ass on Jessica Simpson's body with Lucy Pinder's tits. Job done.
There you go. That sums
Perfect.
me up to a T.
Nice one.
Let's move on to the final set, which is, if I can actually find it, Twitter questions. We
Okay.
asked the lovely Twittery people, and some of these
Mm-hmm.
questions we've already covered, but we asked the lovely Twittery people to use the hashtag AskLasty with a 5, which probably mess people up. If I actually search for AskLasty with an S, it'd probably bring up a load of stuff. But we asked them for some questions, and questions they have provided.
Mm.
So, what is your biggest profit on one player in FIFA? Asks Oliver M98.
Well, Oliver, I think my biggest profit is the team of the year, Danny Alves, and I picked him up. I actually bought him once for maybe like 730k and sold him for nearly a million. So about 250k, not as big as you out with your Ronaldo.
That was pure luck,
Um,
mate. I got in the day before the glitch came about. I'm sure one of the people that bought it was a glitcher that just was trying to play it cool. Just
yeah,
like, just
so
take that.
but then again, I made 850k on Danny Alves when I got him in a pack, so that was also
That's not too bad,
pretty
is it?
good as
That's
well.
decent profit.
That's
Jamie's
that's
Gaming asks, how much do you love him?
who is he?
I don't know, some
No, I'm
some
kidding. He's
some
like my
some
best
random
mate in
some
this whole
random
thing.
channel. I've never had him on Sunday shout out before.
I love Jamie's gaming more than life itself.
And what are your goals and visions for life? I think we've covered
Oof.
a lot of that.
We've covered a few of them. I did actually see this one on Twitter, so I sort of noted a few things.
Go on,
One of my goals is to own my own house, which might not seem like, anything, but it's
trust me, I've
something
been
which is
there and I
getting
know
more and
it
more
costs money.
difficult. Yeah, it's getting more and more difficult nowadays with whatever is going on with the economy. Um, I wrote acquire YouTube money.
Why YouTube money?
Yes,
Mate, just
acquire as much YouTube money as
sign on the
possible.
dotted line. That will happen in a month. Seriously.
That was a joke one. One of my goals is actually to meet all the people that I've really come to grow fond of from this whole YouTube thing. So, you and all the guys, we all need to go to some sort of meet
Drinking
up in
establishment.
London or something. Yeah, drinking establishment. That's the word I'm looking
Cinema
for.
followed by a bar. That
Yeah,
sounds like a plan.
sounds like a good evening to me.
I've
But yeah,
we need to
absolutely
go
love
for a
to meet
game. I
other
think.
people. And the guy that got me into this, who I mentioned earlier, Dan, I'm actually going to Australia soon,
Yeah.
and he lives over there now, so that's one of the reasons I'm actually going over is to meet the guy which got me started. So
How cool is that?
that's pretty amazing. So,
I
you
like
know,
that. It's Gilly Gills has got a series of questions.
Oof, okay.
What's the hardest thing to deal with when you're a small YouTuber?
Um, it's probably like the lack of motivation to carry on. The fact that nobody sees your content or seems interested just because, everyone's in their own little clique with their friends who are around the same size channel as them.
Yeah,
It's really, really difficult to find your feet and actually become someone, on YouTube. Um, and so it's probably that, yeah, the fact that you might make a video which takes you 2, 3 days to make and it gets 12 views and you're like, well, what's the point in doing this? But eventually it really can pay off. So,
that's it. It is difficult, and we all, I get sent videos all the time, and I do try genuinely to watch as many as I can, and give feedback and that sort of thing. I try and do the Sunday shout out as well, which it's nice when you look at a Social Blade from a channel that's got like 2 subs, 3 subs, 5 subs, 276 subs, two
yeah,
subs, 5 subs,
yeah.
10 subs, and you think, I think I've actually made a little bit of a difference
That
there.
was me, yeah.
I
So
don't
that's
actually do
that's
it
great.
for, at the end of the day, I don't. Sunday is my worst day for getting subs. Put it that way. I don't get many subs from the Sunday shout out, but what I do get is a great sense of satisfaction when I actually
Yeah, you get someone who's generally really happy that they've actually gained the subs which you think you maybe should have had that day,
Well,
which
that's
is
it.
really great.
You sometimes look at a channel. I think I took one that went from 120 subs to 320 subs in 24 hours. And you look at
Yeah,
it and
that's
think,
just
I've pretty much, you've tripled them just, and obviously the content is good to start with. I've always said to people, all I do is point the way to your channel. I say, here's a video. I have more people that watch mine than you because I'm more established and I've been doing it longer. I
yeah.
will point them to your channel. But if the content's
That's great.
crap, no one's going to sub. You're not going to, you might look at it and go, nah, that channel's not my cup of tea. I'm not going to sub. But, you must have something there in the first place for people to want to sub.
The real big important thing is sort of if you do get lucky enough to maybe, get on the Sunday shout out, get that sort of extra boost from you or whoever,
Yeah,
um, you need to have a really big video come out the next day or something. You really need to those people that subbed, they they might not stay subbed if you don't release a video for another week, You need to bring
consolidation.
something out and actually say, yeah, this is why you subbed and this is why you should stay subbed. So
That's it.
that's
Advice for YouTubers right there.
mm. Yeah.
Gilly Gills has also asked, do you ever receive pure hate?
No, not at all. I really don't. Um, as we've previously discussed, I try and keep my head down in all of this sort of
Same.
YouTube stuff. I'm not one for Twitter drama or anything like that. I like to think I'm a bit more sensible than all that stuff. And if someone was ever to try and start something with me on Twitter, I'd just close the app,
Yeah.
come back later when,
Or just block them and
people have
away you
forgotten
go.
about it. Yeah, I'm not up for all of that. I do this as a hobby. I'm not looking to create arguments or anything. I'm just looking to, do what I
Want
want
people to
and
sub you on your own
pick up a
merit, not
few
because you
new
had a
friends
fight.
along the way. Yeah, exactly. So,
This
no,
is
never.
no hatred then.
No, not at all.
Another question from the last one, I think, from Gilly Gills says, "What do you see YouTube as in the future? A hobby, a source of income, or both?"
I'm hoping it'll be both. Um, at the moment, it is a hobby. I'm sure I can set it up so that it can be both.
Yeah,
But I'd absolutely love it to be um, a hobby which does help, which pays for itself almost.
yeah,
I think I've done this long enough and got to the size that I'm at without having a partnership. So people can't exactly say, you're whoring out, you're doing it for the money.
no, not at all.
Um, I do this because I like it. But if it was something which could, help me pay for some packs or
Yeah,
help me pay for a new PVR or,
or HD webcam for a vlog.
yeah, exactly, something like that.
I think that's it. I think the whole point is, as I've told people before, I earn reasonable money. I've got my own house, family, etc. For
Yeah,
me, I would put videos out. I put videos out sometimes that aren't monetized. I put videos out that, I'm not doing this for the money, and it's one of them. But it is nice occasionally, like this laptop I've got won't run an Elgato. It's only got Windows XP,
yeah,
and it's nice to be able to say, well, in 2 or 3 months with YouTube money, I might be able to afford a 400 quid laptop or a 300 quid laptop, and something that would be a marked improvement on what I've got. And obviously,
most
in doing
definitely.
that, it gives better content to the viewers. I'm giving something back for the help that we get.
Yep,
And
for
I
sure.
think it's important. It's one of those I can't ever see myself doing a Woody and quitting my day job and doing YouTube full time, but
I'd
you never
love
know.
to be able to do that. I mean, if it got to the point where I hit 500k subs or a million subs, or KSI
Yeah,
sort of massive channel, then yeah, I would jump at the chance to, because you watch their videos, they do like vlogs and stuff nowadays because they've just got so much going on in their lives,
yeah,
which it just looks like they're really living, they're really experiencing all of this stuff.
yeah,
And if it came to the point where money wasn't an object anymore because you were just earning so much of it like
yeah.
these people do, then yeah, I'd quit my day
Do you
job and do
sometimes
it.
sit and look at it and think, if I had 3 or 4 extra hours, I would be. Don't get me wrong. Your videos are fantastic. I like to think my videos are of reasonable quality. But
Oh
I
yeah,
look at it and
okay.
think, if I had 2 days to do that video rather than 4 or 5 hours, I would throw things in there. I would get people to do effects for After Effects, all that sort of stuff. And I sometimes look at it and think, my videos are good, but I could make them so much better if I was doing it full time. You know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if I was doing it full time, I would be stepping up from one or two videos a week to probably videos of the same quality that I'm doing now, but every day,
Yeah,
people would be getting
with the
that
odd double
content.
upload here and there at the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Just because I would have all of my daytime dedicated to it. At
Yeah,
the moment, a lot of my weekends are spent editing and getting clips and stuff.
yeah,
And if that was a normal, say that was a Monday rather than a Saturday, yeah, it would be crazy to be able to do that
would be
and
nice,
have
wouldn't
just
it?
all of that time. Yeah, no, that
What else have we got here? ABC Power 1321 says, "Who's your favourite club, player, and nationality?" I think we've covered a lot, but who's your favourite nationality of player? I think we've covered club and player, but who's your favourite nationality?
How could I say anything else than England? I mean, we might not be the best team, but I'm not going to go with anyone other than my own nationality, am I? I mean, come on.
There we
Um,
go.
I
English.
suppose I could give my favourite player of someone who's sort of like pretty current,
Yeah,
because I know I said earlier like Zidane and the real Ronaldo, but I haven't sort of said anyone.
yeah.
I would probably go with like Juan Mata. He's
He's something else at the moment.
really, really good. What a player.
I think he's better than people actually give him credit for.
He sets up so many goals and just yeah, he's an incredible talent for Chelsea, and they've got someone there who's young as well. He's just going to destroy in the next few years.
This guy, Jatty, with lots of Y's, asks, "Who's better at FIFA, Lasty or Alp? And will I add him on PS3?" My list is full at the moment. I've been telling people my PS3 list is fit to bursting, but I will be going through it at some point and clearing some space. So, who's better? Well, if you look at records, mine is shocking, and Lasty is a better FIFA player. Uh,
Well, the thing is, we could never tell because we're on different consoles. We can't play each
it would
other.
be nice to have a have
Um,
a, have a game one day, but
but I mean, you earn YouTube money, so you should just pick yourself up an Xbox tomorrow, and then it's on. We'll play and we'll
oh
find out an answer to that
yeah,
question.
I've earned a grand as we've just been doing this interview.
Yeah, I mean that's how it works. YouTube money comes.
That,
And I don't have a PS3, so I can't add the guy
it's a
either. Sorry.
shame. Dens M Car asks, "You mad, bro?"
Am I mad?
That's it. You mad, bro?
No, bro. No, I'm not mad,
Uh,
bro.
here we go. Here's a good one. Matty Jones 67. Thank you for the question, Matty. What YouTube video are you most proud of?
Ooh. Um, I think my FIFA YouTube videos, the ones which have really sort of kicked off, I'm proud of. But if I had to choose one, it would probably be from like my old days in the COD days and stuff. I did like a series once, which
Yeah,
was maybe 10 videos where I just played zombies on my own, just, trying to rack up a good
yeah,
level or whatever. And for me at the time, they did really, really well, and I was really proud of them. It was like live commentary. I'd never done it before. People seemed to really enjoy them. They all got like 1,000 views, which for me at the time was just obscene.
yeah,
Um, so that, and I used to really like try my hand at like editing. So I did like a beauty of Black Ops when the first Black Ops was out,
yeah.
and just sort of did like, cinematics and stuff, and tried to show some cool color correction and that. And I've got one video which I'm particularly proud of on that, which is on my channel
You have
on,
to go and have a hunt, guys, and see if you can find out which one
yeah,
it is.
I think it was on the map Discovery or something like that. But
Answers on a
it was
postcard.
just something, yeah, go find it.
Yeek or I Yeek asks, "Are you ever going to live stream?"
Well, first off, I recognise that name. That guy always likes my videos on Twitter, and he's really nice to me. So, hello to you, Ayik. I appreciate what you do for me. But live streaming, I would love to do. But for some reason, with my PVR, it's like a 5-10 second lag
Yeah,
from the PVR to the computer. So I've tried it before. I've got the internet for it. I've got like 16 to 20 meg download, and I mean upload even. So
so there's no
I
problem on
can,
that score.
yeah, I can stream perfectly, but it lags. And I've tried it where, I'm recording my voice at the same time as the video, and I'm scrolling through the Ultimate Team things, and it's 10 seconds behind the video,
Yeah,
and it's just,
it's
it doesn't
frustrating,
work.
isn't it?
So I don't know if there's a way to speed that up or something, but it's something I'd love to do
If anyone
because,
knows any answers, then send it over because I know that a few people have said to me,
yeah.
"I've said there's a delay of 10 seconds," and they've said, "Do this, 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 and this," and it'll clear it. So, if anyone
Oh, I
wants to
mean,
tweet
live
Lasty,
streaming,
all his information is
yeah,
down in the bit that I'm pointing to that no
would
one can
be
see.
greatly appreciated.
All help gratefully received. Mike's Antics asked the question of why did you get started on YouTube? Thanks for the question. We've already answered that one.
By the way, Mike is another one of my
another one of your peeps.
bestest friend on there. Yeah, he was from the old COD days. We are almost best buddies, me and Mike.
I'll follow him.
So
Thanks for the question, Mike. I feel really bad now. I kind of dismissed this question offhand.
that's all right.
Um, Sawar Drogha 99. I'll just, yeah, we'll go with that.
Have you butchered his name,
I
mate?
fucked SARWARDAROGHA 99 asks,
Okay.
how did you get so many coins, and can you give him any trading tips?
Hmm. Coins wise, I spend an awful lot of real money on this game.
I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah, I buy packs with FIFA points, and I spent the most money that I've spent on this game so far, which was at the sort of like the start of Ultimate Team, when the players, they sell for a lot, don't they? So I figured I'd put as much money as I could into the start of the game, get rich that way. I actually ended up pulling people like Yaya Toure and David Silva a couple of times,
It
which
reaps
really,
rewards.
really, yeah, it pulled me so much money to begin with. And that was how I was able to do videos on like Zlatan Ibrahimovic so early and stuff. And they're the ones which are really raking in the views on my channel. But that got me some coins, probably about 1 million. Uh, I then sort of traded my way up to, I guess, about 2 million,
Yeah,
just from buying and selling teams. At that point, players were just going up um,
yeah.
every day. So I'd have a team and I'd have an Ibra and sell him for 50k profit, and just I wasn't trying to trade with him, but it seemed to work out that way. So
Yeah, I bought Sterling for 17k and I bought Albon for 60k and Lukaku for 14k. And
damn,
sold Sterling for 75, Albon for 200, and Lukaku for 50.
it just
And
sets
I
you
didn't
up,
even
doesn't it?
mean to. I was just like, I quite fan. This is a time when I had like 300k,
Yeah.
and I was like, I need to make a video. This was like just after the game had been released, and I managed to fight my way up to 300k, and I was like, I need to make a video quick. Silvers are good. They're not going to drop in value. Let's go with
Yeah, they
silvers. And I
don't.
was like, do I pay 17 for Sterling? Is he going to drop? Sod it, I'll buy him. And then I just played with him for a week, and I went to sell him and was like,
Yeah.
after I'd sold him, it was like from the 28th till the 5th or 6th of October, and I was like, shit, he's
You
going for
feel like a cheat, don't you? You feel
75k.
like, what the hell's gone on here? Like, I bought him for this much and he's now worth what?
Yeah, it
So
is that
yeah,
shocking moment where you go back 6 weeks after buying a player and he's suddenly gone up like 50k, and you're thinking, I did that with my Euchre. I bought him for 41k and released a video, and a load of hype went round him. I think a couple of the bigger channels started talking about him, and suddenly he was going up for
yeah.
85k.
I know. I can't believe that's only recently as well he started doing that.
It's like, that'll do. That'll do.
Um, yeah, but I did also get given a couple of million coins from Jamie, Jamie's Gaming. We all know him by now.
Yeah,
One of my best mates in this whole FIFA community. He's been there with me since the start. And someone on his friends list decided they weren't going to play Ultimate Team anymore.
yeah.
And he was obviously like a trading god because he gave Jay 5 million and an inform Messi, and he
Damn.
just decided he didn't want to play it anymore. So Jamie actually like tweeted me. He was like, "Mate, I've just won the lottery," type thing. And I was actually in the cinema about to watch a film, and I'm like busy getting the EA Sports app on my phone, putting up a bronze player. So I'm like, "Mate, yeah, give me some money, please. That'd
Yeah,
be great."
don't be tight.
Um, yeah, so he gave me 2 mil, which is pretty crazy, isn't it? So yeah, I'm
That kind
worth
of stuff
probably
helps a
about
lot.
five. Oh, completely.
Suddenly it's like suddenly you look at it and go, and then you say, oh, I'll just buy a couple of packs with it, and suddenly you get like a good player from that, and it snowballs, and it's all
Mm,
good.
mm,
Ian P98, don't know if you know
hmm.
him.
Yeah, I do.
Do you play football?
I don't anymore. I used to play football. I used to absolutely love it, but it just sort of, I grew out of it. Got to that age where girlfriends and driving and stuff started happening, and just I lost interest in it. Um, but I used to absolutely love it.
And is he your favorite subscriber?
Is he my favorite subscriber? How can I say yes to that? How can I say no to that? I've got a few subscribers who probably think I'm their favorite. So
Yes, you are.
yes, yes, okay, yeah.
For the purposes of this, it might change in the next 10 minutes, depending on if somebody else
Depending on if
asks.
he's asked another question and it's a really bad one, then.
Um, Tom Hannock asked, "What team have you loved playing with this year? Is there any other teams apart from me? I know you've mentioned Silvers and
Uh, the cheap squads, the non-rare Spanish squad is just unreal. What's his name up front? Rodrigo is just so good in this game.
there's a lot of cheap players that are a lot better. People just wouldn't even give him the time of day. And I remember when Ben
Yeah.
Arthur is now like what 2K something like that, and he's such a good
Yeah.
player given his stats.
Unbelievable. But like this Rodrigo guy, he was the top scorer in my team, and then I realized he was left-footed. Like he was scoring all of his goals. I was shooting with his right foot, and then he was scoring over a goal a game. And then I looked at his bio, and he was actually left-footed. So yeah, he just
That's
got better and
class.
better from there.
I like that. Suddenly you
Yeah.
realise that you could actually do even more damage with him.
And then I looked on Foothead, and the top comment was, "Oh my God, this guy's left-footed." So yeah, many
You're like,
people have
thank
done the
God,
same
not just
thing, I
me.
think. Yeah.
What else have we got? Ryan Date 14 asks, "What's the best player that you have ever played with on FIFA who is reasonably priced?" I think we might have just answered that one.
Yeah, I think Rodrigo. Bojan is also crazy, the little Spaniard. He plays for like Milan or whatever. He's incredible in this game.
That's
Uh, yeah, it's the non-rare guys. They're just good.
yeah, then they're good and they're overlooked.
Regular Tarapt as well. He's incredible.
Like Ogbonna,
Oh my God,
the left,
OP
the
is
centre
anything.
back that I play alongside Chiellini, and
Yeah,
he's like 79. He's worth like 2K, 3K, and
yeah.
he's an animal. He's a
If you make like a Brazilian Italian hybrid with him and David Luiz at the back, you're not going to lose.
no,
It's
nothing's
just
getting through at all ever.
they're both so ridiculous on this game.
This was from Dwayne 1K95 asks, "Are you and Jamie's gaming best friends in real life?"
In real life, what's that? No,
Life's a
me and
subjective
Jamie,
thing on here, isn't it?
yeah, me and Jamie have never met. We need to because we've known each other for too long and get along so well. But he's not the first person to ask that because we're always tweeting like, we're like best mates on this whole thing. I actually sort of found his channel back in the COD days.
Yeah,
He lives in Portsmouth. I live in Ipswich. I found his channel. I sort of it was at the time where you could comment on people's channel page. I don't know if you
yeah,
remember that or
I know that.
and I just sort of said maybe you should check my channel out. Oh, I sort of whore
The
myself
way you
out a
do.
little bit back in the day, yeah. And then we just sort of got talking from that, and then Skyping and playing COD and FIFA and stuff together, and just we sort of moved on like that all the time. So he's not, I've never met the guy in real life, but I plan on
We'll have
doing
to
it
hook
very
something
soon.
up, mate. We'll have to do
Yeah.
Eurogamer.
Oh yeah, I'd be well up for that.
Get everyone, because all the main YouTubers are there. We're gonna
Yeah.
crash their party.
We need to speak about this
We
off
do.
air and get
We'll have
something.
a proper chat and get things popping.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Tom Collier, which is at FIFA TRC, asks, "What do you do to support yourself?"
What do I do to support? As in,
Nine to
just
five, I'm assuming. What a way to make a living.
yeah, I have my 9 to 5. I don't want to really go too much into
No,
my sort of work and stuff, but
but you
yeah, I have a
work
nine
like
to
the
five
rest of
job.
us.
Yeah,
I say the rest
the
of
day
us.
job.
The rest of the people that are over the demographic of going to college or uni.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We've got a couple of repeated questions. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. Riza, and the second one begins with N and is massive. But he asks, "Why did you start making YouTube videos?" Which we've covered.
Hmm.
Um, Taylor Mack asks, "Is this team any good?" But I can't actually see the team because it's a link. So I've shouted your name out. That's I've
Yeah.
not looked at the
Hello,
team.
Taylor.
Um, this is from Sam Raw. And he asks, "Why are Alp and I better YouTubers than you?"
Mate, you're just a troll, Sam.
Fucking trolling people.
just need to go home, mate. You need to stop talking.
You're not going to take any more players off as I like Bateson last night. And gave them
Mm.
back, I might add. And gave them back. I'm saying nothing.
Sam's
Uh,
just a troll. He knows I'm better than him, so.
that's
No,
it.
it's
It's just his
FIFA
poor
Raw makes
predictions, isn't it?
incredible videos. To be fair, he does make some really good videos.
It's just his poor predictions every week for the team of the week, isn't it? It's just
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he got like 8 out of 18 this week. That's just not good enough.
seriously
I mean, I need
not
to
even at the
follow
start.
someone else with better predictions. It's pretty shocking, mate. Shocking.
He's gonna hate so much.
I don't care.
Sam Bishop asks, "What's your favourite memory since you started YouTube?" That's a good one.
Yeah, I know Sam Bishop as well. He's someone from back in the day
Bish.
too.
Underscore.
Bish, yeah. Um, maybe back right in the old days when it was COD, I used to do like open lobbies.
Yeah.
When I hit say 100 subs or 200 subs or whatever, I would get 20 people into the game and we'd all just go around sniping and stuff. And some of those days were like the best. ever that I've had on YouTube. Maybe hitting like 20k subs as well. That was pretty crazy.
Big
I did do
milestone.
like a setup video, but things have just moved so quickly that I might as well hold off and do one at like,
50
yeah, 50
in
or
a couple of
something.
weeks.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah. When you've already decided, when you hit 100k in May, then you can
Yeah,
do them.
that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Got a dream, mate.
I think that is a bit of a dream, actually, mate.
Well, we'll see. I'm keeping an eye on your social blade just to see what happens.
Yeah,
I like comparing myself to the best.
thank you.
Archie Gates asks, "Do you ever do giveaways?"
I have done giveaways
I
actually.
saw a 500k giveaway
I
from
did a 500k
scanning through your
giveaway,
videos.
yeah. Um, It's Gilly Gills, the guy who has actually asked a couple of questions earlier in this interview. He's a really generous guy on this whole YouTube thing, and he's like a trading god, makes all these coins and stuff, and just got in contact with him one day, and he decided he would give me 500k to
Nice,
give away to people on my channel, just literally out of kindness and stuff. And obviously, I decided that yeah, I'd shout him out for that because it
understandably.
was his way of trying to get into the community actually, which some people might not like the idea of. It's almost sort of
I did a
would be
giveaway in
seen
my
as
first
whoring
10
yourself out, but
videos. It's
yeah,
it's not so much a way of getting subs because it doesn't generate that much subs, but it is a way of people noticing you. It's you get say you get 100 people enter the giveaway. Probably 50% of that are going to be people that have literally will sub and then unsub once they've finished the giveaway. But you get
yeah,
that other 50
completely.
50% that will look at your videos and go, yeah, I like that. I'll stay subbed. And it's not just that, but then they'll tell people and they'll tell people. It is another way of networking. It's another way of getting your name out there. And I
Yeah,
I have
this
no
this
problem
guy's
with
built his
giveaways.
channel on it, and he's now at 1,500 subs or so. After a couple of shout outs, and he's making really solid content, and people are really liking it. So that was yeah. I have done giveaways, but I probably won't do them again. It did create a fair bit of uh, hate and stuff on Twitter.
It's not
As I
easy
say,
to
I'm
do
not one for
giveaways.
that. So
It's they have to be handled with a lot of
oh,
care. I can vouch for that. Even
person out, and then someone says, "Well, I chose this number first," and
yeah,
clearly they did it.
I just
I'm not one for that. So
I just did the whole Premier League predictor and went from the first page and searched for the number of the score of the first goal it was, and did it that way.
yeah, that's a really good
It
idea how
basically
you
means
do
there is
yours,
no
actually.
cheating. Essentially, it's there's somebody who's on PS3 that said 18, and somebody that's on Xbox that said 18. All I have to do is find the first one of each. Make sure they haven't
Yeah.
put duplicate entries in, which is easy with a Control F and search and job done. Let's
Yeah,
see what else have we
completely.
got. Martiges. Oh, I'm so shit with names. That's late. I've got a head fuck when it comes to names. But he asks, which affordable informs is the best you have used? Possibly suggesting either bronze, silver, or gold. So,
Ooh,
which
okay.
affordable informs do you use?
Affordable.
I think
Okay.
he's assuming like
Uh,
between 10 and 30k. I would imagine something along those lines.
all right. Well, gold is pretty simple then. That would be Lamella or Lewis Holtby. They're both incredible in forms.
Mel's a tank.
Uh, yeah, he's brilliant. 5 star as well, which is just incredible. Silver. See, bronze and silver, it's really difficult to say an affordable one
They're
because,
expensive
yeah, they are expensive.
because the
Like,
packs don't get open, so they're rarer.
yeah, I don't think I've bought a cheap silver informer.
Don't they do cheap
Lam
silver and
Lukaku cost me 600k, which is a ridiculous amount of money. I suppose I have spent like 20, 30k on a German right back silver. He's very good. Lel, I think Christian Lel or something maybe.
yeah.
So I could say him, I guess. And then bronze. I've only tried a couple of informed bronzes and they've been expensive, but Lewis Graben, the bronze English striker.
I know the one you mean. Yeah,
Yeah, he was maybe 100k, and that's fairly cheap compared. You can pay 300k
yeah.
for the strikers in the who are bronze, but he was very good for a bronze in form as well, I
I got
guess.
Kufa
But
last year, and he was like
oh my
200k.
God,
He was a
yeah,
tank. He was an
I
animal.
made money on him, but he was difficult to sell.
He
Like
was a
there was
bastard to sell,
yeah, there was like three of them on the market ever, and
and he just
if you
wouldn't
had
sell.
one,
Nobody would buy him. It's like he's one of the best.
it's because it's like 200k for a bronze, and back then people just didn't think that was worth it, and it really wasn't.
Nah.
in all honesty.
If you actually compare them, their first touch is shocking. It really
Yeah.
is. Last two questions, and I think one of them we've already had. The one that we've already had is from Brian Harp, who asks, "Who is the best player in real life in your opinion?" We've already been over the that one.
Yep.
And finally from Reese McCullen, and he
Okay.
asks, "Do you even lift?"
Do I even lift? No, I don't lift.
I
I
lift my
don't.
pad up when I'm editing.
Yeah, lift my microphone to my mouth and
I've got that T-shirt that says "Body by PlayStation" with this body by, and then it's a picture of a PlayStation pad underneath. That sums me up, guys.
yeah, I
As you've
do lift
seen,
my controller to my hands to play FIFA, yeah,
you got a strong
or I
eye.
lift
I'm
that pint
saying nothing.
off the table to my mouth, but yeah.
And that is the end of the questions. We're
Right,
done
wow,
and dusted.
nice one.
People are going to be like, "Oh my god, it's an hour and 20 minutes long," and I don't give a shit because I've had a wonderful time. And
Yeah, so have I,
put it
mate.
in the background. I'm asking people now to put it in the background at the end of the video. That's really, really smart.
They've already clicked off,
They've
mate.
already, for the six people that are still listening, put it in the background and enjoy the last 2 minutes. Now, seriously, Lasty, thank you very, very much for coming on. It's
Yeah, no,
been
thank
a
you.
chat I've been hoping to have for a while, and it is really appreciated.
Yep, nice one,
I want to
mate,
get on
and
the ground
same
floor
to you.
before you hit 100k next week. Seriously, guys, I'll get Lasty to sign off in a minute, but basically, his link is above, his link is below. It might be on the sides as well, depending on how I feel about doing the annotations. So please drop him a sub, drop him likes, drop him comments. He is going to be very big, guys. He's also quite modest as well. He won't admit it. But seriously, that is all from me, guys. Do you want to sell your bit?
Yeah, well, I just want to say thanks. I've listened and watched every single one of these interviews, so it's been a bit of a pleasure to come along and
Pleasure
to
to have you, man.
finally have a good chat with you. As I've known you for a few months now, and I haven't actually spoken to you, so
There's so many
it's been
people
good
that say that.
to get a few things, have a chat about a few things related to FIFA and stuff. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching and listening, guys, and
And I
yeah,
shall like, sub, comment, both of us, please. And as always, for me, take care, like, sub, comment, peace, love, and catch you later.